create an environment to educate, engage, and inspire our students to seek adventure, gain knowledge, and make a difference. What do we see in the next generation? We see greatness. Proctor Public Schools. Don't just plan to graduate. Graduate with a plan.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Rail Yard. Ted Kiefit, and soon to be with me is Tim Roweeder. Hopefully the sound is good. Tim, you are not up yet, so you're going to have to give me just 1 second. We're dealing with a new soundboard tonight, but hopefully we'll be able to get you some level sound here. Let's see how it sounds.
I sound great.
Well, I can't hear you, though. Can you hear you?
I can't hear me either.
All right, so we got
Never
some.
sounded better.
That is true. I'm not going to deny that part. Here, let's do this. Can you hear me?
Check one. Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me, but you can't hear me. Can't hear yourself. Gotcha. We're gonna fix this. Don't worry. Let's see. Make sure all your stuff is right here. We're again dealing with a new soundboard. How about now, Tim?
Check 1, 2.
Hey, there you are. Hey, we're like we're on the air. So checking in here early. Going to go turn it over to Nyberg right away, and we'll get our stuff together. We didn't know we were coming on early and want to make sure that everybody gets the sights and sounds of what's going on here in the gym. So Tim and I will be back here in just a few minutes after the starting lineups and the anthem. Both those lines go even now. See where the green is bouncing for the camera? Are they going even now instead of okay. So we're back here at the rail yard to keep it along with Tim Roweeder again. Sorry for the abrupt start, folks, as we get started tonight.
Oh, we're right at 7, so it's all good.
Well, okay, I had something that just went totally wrong. Yeah, we're good that way, but I'm just trying to make sure what our – there we go. Hey, listen to that. Oh, you can't hear. You got your headphones on. But new soundboard, so just trying to make sure we sound good as we get started. Well, they don't want to listen to us sound bad.
Take a heck of a soundboard for that.
That is true. Want to thank our students that we have with us tonight. Our producer-director, Ava Scouten, running our machine. We on camera, we got Nani Allen. Our scoreboard runner is Haley Bowen Johnson. And our technical director and setup crew, Vinny Verval. Thank you to those students. And Ro, how you doing?
Doing great. Just came from the swimming meet. That was also against Duluth East over at the Proctor High School pool. Awesome meet. Very tight, very close. Our girls did great swimming. You know, I don't know a whole lot about swimming, but I did learn a little bit. You want to float.
Yes, you definitely don't. Yeah, it's not a sinking sport. That is true. So East now to serve. There to get it was Peterson, the libero for the rails. And back over. I'll learn the name soon enough here, and I won't sound like I don't know what I'm saying, unlike the other night.
Yeah, Hope Carlson went up for the block there and was unable to keep it in after the initial block, and the Greyhounds get on the board first.
And you go ahead for just one moment. I'm just trying to get some paperwork ready here to make my life. Would you like a second roster so you can do this?
No, thanks.
All right, very cool.
So the Rails coming off a 3-0 victory against Marshall on Thursday. After a 2-2 tournament down in North Branch. So 7-8 on the year so far for the Rails. And all year long, they've struggled a little bit with passing to the center, and that's already showing, rearing its ugly head here tonight, 3-0 Greyhounds.
Yeah, I was down there during the team huddle right before the game, and, you know, some of the senior leadership talking about, you know, we can get mad at each other, we can do this and that, but it's not going to help our game. So stay in it, stay focused, stay high energy, and if we have a problem, you know, we'll figure it out. We'll get past it.
Yeah, if we can get past it to the center, we got great hitters in Walker, Walsh, Carlson, Rodberg. I mean, we have the hitters to do the job, as you saw in that last play. Hope Carlson with the big kill. So we just a matter of controlling that ball off when it comes over the net.
Absolutely. I'm just going to verify. I'm going to let you talk for just a minute, Tim. I'm just looking at our setup looks a little jumpy. So I'm just want to make sure that I'm seeing that right.
So Greyhounds get the side out as the Rails off the ceiling, could not control it.
And it is a little jumpy. Can you take the reins for just a minute? All right, thanks.
Now Walker back to Carlson. She tries to get it over, and that's going to be called for a double hit. And the Greyhounds extend their lead to 5-1 here in set number 1 here at the Proctor High School Rail Yard Gym. Brand new paint job in here. Looks great. Student section up and ready to go. And the serve, and looks like a little indecision there by number 15, Kylie Jarvie. So again, another point for the Greyhounds, and the Rails will take a timeout. Coach Jahola needs to settle things down a little bit. Again, the Rails swim team taking on Duluth East over in the pool just across the hall. Exciting action over there. Exciting action in here at the Rails volleyball team taking on Duluth East. Kind of the Duluth East week here at Proctor. And soccer, volleyball, swimming. You know, a lot of teams here at Proctor playing against Duluth East this week. I know our swim team hasn't competed against Duluth East in about 5 years, so that was kind of exciting today to see them back in our pool. Good crowd here today, good student sections on both sides. So serving is Ayla Altmans, senior outside hitter for Duluth East. Good serve, Walsh, good pass, Shelton. And they're going to say the blocker was in the net, so the Rails get the side out. Number 6, Samantha Shelton, the setter right now for the Rails. She was able to get the set to Walker, who on the block caught some net, so the Rails get to serve here. Now with number 17, Lillian Hart, serving for the Rails, 6-2. And her serve goes into the net, service error. So now 7-2, Greyhounds here in set number 1. Unforced errors something that we're not used to seeing so much from the Rails volleyball program, and this year with some new players and getting used to that varsity experience. Hope Carlson up to Shelton. Shelton sets to Walker. Good dig there by number 11, Tatum Shields. And points for the Greyhounds. 8-2 now. Serve dug by Walsh. Serve is set. Walsh with the hit. And good attempt there. There's a little dampness on the floor. Caused number 6. Ole Okoro, a junior, to slip a little bit. So she gets a towel and wipes it off. And it's now 8-3 in favor of the Greyhounds. And Maddie Walsh to serve, the senior. Walsh's serve, dug out by the libero. And now a 3-ball over the net. Hope Carlson to Shelton. Good. Walker. And Walker stalls when he goes into the net. So the Greyhounds get the side out. Serve, Carlson to Johnson. Now Carlson will hit it over on the 3-ball. There's a set and the kill. That's off the block, and that'll be down for a point. As Rodberg was there to block it, but it went off her hands and fell to her feet. So 10-3 now in favor of the Greyhounds in set 1. And service error there that time. And number 3, Sophie Galchis, sorry. So Ella Walker will serve. Walker, the junior outside hitter. 10-4 Greyhounds. And her serve will go long, so another service error for the Rails. And a side out for the Greyhounds. Now Riley Painter, the senior, number 7, will serve for the Greyhounds. Walsh tries to dig it out, and again, poor passing by the Rails gives the Greyhounds another point. The Rails just got to kind of start moving their feet, getting themselves in position instead of just reaching for these balls.
Yeah, you talk about the poor passing. You know, it's one of those things that this team has not had issues with for 6 years, 5 years. We didn't ever have a problem with that, and young squad though. Got to get used to catching and giving those passes.
Well, and part of it too is you had Gabby Jahola that even if it was a poor pass, would get under it and make a good set. Absolutely, you don't have that presence this year.
Chrissy Jensen with the big kill there for the Greyhounds. Go ahead, I'll just jump in every now and again. You've got the play-by-play.
So Alexa Knutson checks in for the Rails, and serving will be number 6, Samantha Shelton, junior center. 13-5 Greyhound lead. Here's a set cross court and just knuckled over, and that goes out to the Rails at another point. So number 1, Ayla Altmans tried to just knuckle it over the block, but instead it went out of bounds. So Shelton serve. Good serve. Here's maybe a 3-ball for the Rails. Now Shelton set to Rodberg. Rodberg off the hands, and that'll be another point for the Rails. So again, once the Rails get the passing down and Shelton can get underneath the ball to set, our hitters should do the job. So a long pass right at the net, and a big kill there. That's number 14, Christy Jensen. She's able to get up on top. Good set there that time by Okoro. The pass was a little long towards the net. She was able to get there and set up Jensen. So side out, 14-7 now Greyhound. Shelton underneath it, sets Rodberg. Rodberg cross court. Now Okoro setting for Altmans, who is able to hit it through the block, and another point for the Greyhounds, 15-7. Jensen serving for the Greyhounds. And that's a service error into the net. Side out. Point Rails. So that'll be bring Rodberg to the line to serve. 8th grader Reagan Rodberg. Rodberg, good serve through the hands, and now a 3-ball for the Rails. Rodberg sets it to Shelton. Shelton bumps it. Walsh up, and she tips it over. Good save there by the Greyhounds. And now another 3-ball. Just over the net, and that will land in. So big break there for the Greyhounds. Able to find some open court there. Off what looked like kind of a broken play. And now O'Carroll will serve for the Greyhounds, 16-8. Serve up to Shelton. Shelton to Carlson, and good block there by the Greyhounds. Right back to Carlson, and the Rails unable to recover, and another point for the Greyhounds. Coro serve, and that'll be an ace for Coro as Taylor Peterson could not dig it out. And the Greyhounds cruising here in set 1. And that would be out, service error. And the Rails get the side out. Walker checks back in for the Rails. And now Hope Carlson will serve. Down 9 here in set 1. Now Coro with the set. Sets in the middle. And Shelton saves it back over, and the confusion by the Greyhounds leads to a Rails point. Rails need a little streak here, a little rally to get back into this one. Carlson serve. Good pass, O'Carroll back set. And that's a big kill there. Nicely done there by Altman. And Ayla Altman gets the point, and she'll go back to serve for the Greyhounds, 19-10. And the service errors again, and if that got over, that was going to find the floor because there was a big gap right in the middle. And now back in for the Rails is Lillian Hart. She'll go to the line to serve.
Got blackout going on here tonight, Tim.
Yeah, they're making it hard to see.
Yeah, I can't see the left side of the court, as you can see with the camera angle.
And Hart's serve goes long. Another service error on the Rails. And another point for the Greyhounds here in set 1. A lot of unforced errors by the Rails, giving lots of points to the Greyhounds here early on. Carlson pass up to Shelton. Actually, Carlson will have to go the 3-ball over. Okoye set. Spike kill. That's number 11, Tatum Shields, a junior. Finishes things off for the Greyhounds, and it's 21-11. Back to a 10-point lead.
Okoro.
Shelton with the set to Walsh. Walsh with the hit, and that's going to be off the hands into the bleachers, and a big kill for Walsh.
And Nyberg with the save of the fans.
She's got Jehola down there with her too.
Running that clock. Gotcha.
Now Walsh serving, 21-12. And again, some confusion by the Greyhounds. Ball lands and point Rails.
Take it where we can get it.
Yeah, we can.
Nice to see that East traveled with a nice student section also.
Now off the fingers, and that goes a little long. So another point for the Greyhounds as it's number 14, Kristen Jensen, who finishes things off with the kill off the hands of the block. Now number 3, Hosanna.
Sorry, I got it upside down.
Decimate. Oh, wait.
Hey, which one? Yeah, Decimate.
Hosanna Decimate. All right. Decimate serves. Walsh up to Shelton. Walker with the kill, and that finds space after the block, off the hands, out of bounds. And so the Rails still alive here in set one. And now Ella Walker will serve. Walker pounds it, and that goes well out of bounds. So 23-14 now. The Greyhounds a couple points away from closing out set number one. Walsh up to Shelton. Shelton sets too far over, and that's number 14. Christy Jensen with another kill. As the set went a little too far over the net, Jensen was there to slam it home for the Greyhounds, and now it's set point for the Greyhounds here in set number one. And that's into the net. Service here. Point Rails. And now back to serve will be Shelton. Checking in is number 12, Alexa Knutson for the Rails. Shelton serve. Oh, great block there by Knutson and Carlson. And now here's a set for Roberts. She's able to get it over. Good hustle there by the center for the Greyhounds. Walsh from the back row, off the hands, and that'll fall, and point Rails. A good back row hit from Walsh.
It's nice. Sorry, go ahead. I was going to say, it's just nice when they actually start getting in a groove like that, and even in those long volleys, they just give that teamwork and that togetherness shows more and more.
Now the service here gives set one to the Greyhounds, 25-16. And we'll be heading to set number two here in a moment.
We want to thank our sponsors here first, the Reed Foundation, the Rails Endowment for Academic, Art, and Athletic Development, Irving Community Club Bowling for Kids, Tamarack Building Supplies up on Highway 53 in Hermantown, Heritage Window and Door, Superior, Wisconsin, Wittich Trailer Sales in Esco, Stream Dudes for all your streaming needs, streamdudes.com, Great Lakes Office Solutions, the Robin Barb Shaler Charitable Foundation, LensSmart Mortgage, Troy Service Center, Main Street, Proctor with, and Ideology Concept with 5 locations. Superior, Duluth, Grand Rapids, Edina, Burnsville. Again, thank you to our students that are working our broadcast tonight. Got Ava Scouten, our producer-director. On camera, Nani Allen. Our scoreboard runner is Haley Bowen-Johnson. And our technical director and setup and teardown is Vinny Verbal. So thank you to our students for being here. Thank you for all they do. And Tim, I know I say this a lot, but thank you to what you do, not only for our district, but for Rails TV. You spend a lot of time here. Your silky smooth voice. Smooth. And you know, it's nice to have it here. It's just nice to have that piece when I can walk away and go help students out and stuff, and know that, well, the folks are in good hands.
You know, whenever there's a broadcast, I don't talk all day.
I'm leading up to it. I'm going to say you're lying.
Only when you're around do I talk.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Otherwise, I just...
Saving those chords?
Yep.
Oh, is that how that works?
No, I'm here, you know, I come to games anyways, and I will contribute in some way. So this is a lot of fun to do, and I love working with the kids and working with you. And you know, Duluth Beach fans, Proctor fans, again, this has all started out as a service to our community, letting people watch from all over the place, and that's cool.
Absolutely, and we want to make sure that we welcome in the Proctor faithful, but also those from the Duluth side that might be tuning in. Big shout out to Brian Prudhomme, the man, the myth, the legend, the voice. You know, getting his theatrical debut in the new hockey movie. Him and Topher Davis. Yeah, they were part of the. I lost the name.
You watch it or?
I haven't yet, but give me the title.
Hockeyland.
Hockeyland, and they were part of the broadcast stuff for some of the games in that, because of course, you know, they do a lot of the Hermantown games, as Topher is a Hermantown alum.
So Rails TV wasn't in that. Huh?
Rails TV should have been, but we were not in that. But shout out to them. I was talking with the Greyhound coach a little bit about how I was going to say lots of bad things about Brian. She goes, yeah, probably deserves it. And we had a nice little exchange, you know, because of the guy that Brian is. And, you know, what he does for East, the same things that you do for Proctor, you know, and I know I do also, but the difference is, you know, he's an alum and you are also here and just the things that you come back and do for your alma maters is super cool.
Well, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, it's to watch these kids compete. You know, you see them in the hallways, say hi, and they're great kids. And you get them out here. I look at like Ella Walker. You know, she's an awesome kid, but she'll rip your head off if you
Oh, yes.
competitive.
Oh, absolutely,
You know?
absolutely. Yeah, one of the cool things I took away from the swim meet, since you brought that up, was the cool part that I had.
That we couldn't do it?
Well, no, because we just weren't scheduled to
No,
do
I'm
it.
saying you and I couldn't swim. Like
Oh, no, I could never do that. That's that whole theory of, and yes, folks, I'm going to say this about myself, but that's that old theory. The only reason I could maybe come close to doing anything is because fat floats. It's a good thing. But no, it was cool as I was walking out. So many of my students and your students, but the ones I teach. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And it's just super cool to again have that relationship.
It is. So the Rails start out with a point right away as the hit goes long, and so Hope Carlson will serve again here for the Rails in set 2. Good pass there by the Greyhounds, back set, and a tip over. Good job by Hope Carlson getting over there and digging that one out. Another set across, and that's off the block. That's in for a point for the Greyhounds. So Ayla Altman's a tough outside hitter for the Greyhounds. But I can't say enough about Okoro, though. As a center, she's all over the court and does a nice job of setting up her hitters. Now Altman's with the serve. Pass up to Shelton. She'll bump set it to Walsh. Off the block, good dig there. Now Shelton again. Walker tips it over. Now here's Altman's on the outside. Now Walsh, big hit. And that'll be a double hit. So Walsh's kill a little too strong. And the Rails up 2-1 here in set 2. Now Hart back in for the Rails. As will be Julia Gerard. Gerard will be going for Altman's. Number 7 also for the East Greyhounds, Riley Panger, also one of those strong outside hitters. Hart serve, good pass up to Okoro, middle hit. That's off Hope Carlson, off the wall, so a point for the Greyhounds.
Hey, and speaking of the wall, for those that haven't tuned in, because we haven't had a broadcast yet, now let's talk about the new digs. If you can't see, folks, by the paint scheme on the walls, we no longer have the, what color yellow was that?
I'm going to go with...
Throw up?
Baby food,
like pureed squash type yellow.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it said right there on the can. The alumni group came through and raised some funds, and we were able to get the gym repainted to the Proctor green and white, and it is so much brighter in here.
It looks bigger.
It does.
And a big block by Walker. Oh, the tip over, and the Rails weren't ready.
Almost looked like she carried that, didn't it?
Yeah, the painters did a great job. Again, this is looks sharp. Looks like an actual gym now. Not that it didn't before, but now the Greyhounds serving 3-3 tie, set number 2.
We just
serve.
Sorry, go ahead.
Carlson, now to Walker. Walker up, and a good dig there. Okoro set to the middle, and good dig by Walsh. Now Walker over with a 3-ball. And that's going to be under the net. Instead of in the net, it's under the net. And that was Riley Panger on the hit. She had a little too much momentum, carried her under the net, and a foul. They call it usually a foot foul, but this is a whole body foul over that line. So,
well, all right then. I learn something new every day.
yeah. Walker serve. Greyhounds, great passing here tonight. And Okoro doing a nice job setting, but that time the kill attempt was into the net. And now Ella Walker serving 5-3. Good pass to Okoro. She sets it, but a little confusion there. And now Shelton set across to Rodberg. And Rodberg with the kill. Good cross-court shot there, and the attempted dig is unsuccessful, so the Rails now up 6-3 here in set number 2.
Yeah, that off the hand of Schmidt as she went down to try to dig it out. Just not able to get enough on it to get it up instead of shoving it out towards the crowd.
Walker, another good serve, another good pass to Okoro. Cross, and that's going to be out of bounds. Trying to go across the court. That was Panger. And again, I'm impressed with Okoro's setting tonight. And the passing to Okoro is really helping her get those sets to those outside hitters. 7-3 Rails. Walker with the serve again. Good serve. Okoro again, set cross court. And again, long hit by Painter. Goes out of bounds, so the Rails get the point. And the Greyhounds are going to call timeout.
So since they're going to take a timeout, we're going to take a quick timeout too. We'll be back after a word from a couple of our sponsors.
Renewal by Anderson windows were installed in 2001.
That was nearly 20 years ago, and they're high-quality windows. They have brought our beautiful view into our room. They're easy to care for.
The beauty of these windows has enhanced the beauty of our home. It's not just the energy efficiency, but it has made our place look a lot nicer. They have just been a good overall investment.
It's an excellent product. The service we received was excellent. What more could you ask for?
Hi, I really need to take care of a car problem. Can I ask you a couple of questions? Can you handle all makes and models? Will you get me back on the road quickly? High-tech equipment? Competitively priced? Brakes? Batteries? Tire rotation? Body repair? Guaranteed? Complete engine overhauls? Okay, they check out.
So back here at the Rail Yard, Ted Keefe and Tim Roweeder, the silky smooth sounds. All right, we will. I'm going to leave it to you because apparently we got a camera issue. I'm going to get that back up for you, everybody. I'll be right back.
So Walker still serving. Rails 9-3 now. In set 2, they're down 1-0 as the Greyhounds took set 1 25-16. Walker serve again. Good pass to Okoro. Okoro back set. Big hit, and that's going to be in. So that was number 14 again for the Greyhounds. Christy Jensen with the big kill. And back in the game here is Ayla Altmans. She'll sub in for Julia Gerard. And now it'll be Panger serving for the Greyhounds. 9-4 Rails lead. Walsh can't handle that serve. And it'll be point Greyhounds. Serve again. And long pass, that's going to go out of bounds. So another point for the Greyhounds. Haley Gear-Nets, the sophomore, couldn't handle that serve and tried to pass it. It went out of bounds. Now Panger again. Walsh, Shelton. Shelton's too far, and that'll be perfectly set up for Okoro to slam it home. And the Rails are now only 2 up as Panger has a little stretch, little streak going here.
And we're back.
Hey. Walsh can't handle that one either. So another ace. Panger on a roll here.
I think that was Juju from Prudhomme because he'd rather see it on a radio style, moving from right to left than being able to see the video.
Now Shelton, cross court to Rodberg. Rodberg, good dig there. Okoro now set. Back row hit. And they're going to say that was tipped by Carlson and out of bounds. So tie game now. 9-9 as the Rails squander a big lead here early in the second set. Net pass up to Shelton. Now here's Carlson, 3 ball. Carl sets cross court to Altman. And Rails unable to return it, so Altman gets another kill.
Fans, as we go into another serve here, also remember this is a student-led run program, so make sure you like what they do. Hit that, smash that like button. You want to know when Rails TV is going to be on the air next time. hit that subscribe, and you'll always know what's going on. Also, if you want to know more about Rails TV, you can head over to railstv.net, where you'll find our fall broadcast schedule and our About Rails TV.
So Coach Stahola taking a timeout as the Panger went and rattled off 7 straight points for the Greyhounds. So they went from 9-4 behind to now 11-9. In set number 2, again, the Greyhounds took set 1, 25-16. And we're in set 2 here at Proctor High School.
You need a pencil.
Why?
I said, do you?
No.
All right.
So what other broadcasts we got this week?
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. Our next broadcast this week will be on Friday, where we'll be live from Terry Egerdahl Memorial Field when boys soccer, coincidence, will be taking on Duluth East.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of East going on. Swimming taking on East, volleyball East, and we'll have soccer on East, or versus East for boys soccer on Friday. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. If you can't make it, tune in, Rails TV. I'm not sure who I'll have on the call for that night. As anybody who's ever watched our broadcast know, soccer not my forte, but we will get it done one way or another.
You gotta find something that goes, goal.
I can get that. I can put that in, absolutely. We run a full live broadcast program here at Proctor Public Schools.
So another error by the Rails. Panger still going here at the service line. It's now 12-9. Walsh pass up to Shelton. Shelton to Hope Carlson. She tips it over. And the Greyhounds able to survive that. 3 ball over now. Your net to Shelton. Shelton to Rodberg. Rodberg tipped. Kept alive, and now hit back over as number 14, Christy Jensen, who just gets it over and finds the floor, and the Greyhounds continue their run here. Now a 9-point run for the Greyhounds here in set 2 after falling behind 9-4. Hart up to Shelton to Walsh. Walsh too long, and that'll be another point Greyhounds. So this set started promising for the Rails, but ever since Panger's gotten to the line, nothing doing. Walsh, Shelton, Carlson. Good dig there by Neil Jensen. And some confusion will end the streak and the run, and the Rails get the points. And so coming in for the Rails will be Alexa Knutson. And at the service line will be Shelton.
Yeah, it just looked like some miscommunication there between Jensen and Schmidt on that last volley for the Greyhounds.
Good pass by Walsh. Now Carlson tips it over, and that finds the floor. Hope Carlson with the kill. Point Rails.
Student 6 trying to get them fired up here.
Shelton serving again. Lob serve. Pass to Coral. Set there to Jensen. She's able to get it over. Back set now to Knutson, and a big block there. I don't know if it was either Ortmans or Jensen who just returned it to sender. And it's now 15-11. Greyhounds with the lead here in set 2. And a service error there by Jensen, so side out point Rails. Back to serve will be Rodberg. Rodberg, good pass to Okoro, cross set to Oltmans, and she's able to kill it. And side out point Greyhounds. Man, what a difference it makes with good passing.
Absolutely. You know, you see those teams, I mean, again, go back to the past, but even watching Duluth East and how they are putting their passes where they need to be for their players to be in position. They've had a couple of miscommunications, but beyond that, you know, the passing's crisp, and you know, being able to get that set and get those kills pretty easy.
Yeah, Panger, Oltmans, Jensen, and Gerard, all able to get some good looks at kills. And a ace there, that time by Panger, excuse me, by Okoro, makes it 16-12 Duluth East. Shelton sets Carlson, who tips it over. And again, the Rails not ready for that quick ball over as Abigail Schintz.
Schintz on that, just kind of like a quick toss over the head right into a big hole, like you talked about earlier. You know, like if big hole there that is being really unmanned and nobody to police the area, if you will.
Yeah, I think the Rails are getting ready for her to bump it to the center. Instead, she puts it right over the net into the floor. But the Rails now bounce right back as it's Carlson with the kill, and the Rails serving now. Hope Carlson. Pearl back set. Big hit. Good dig there by Shelton, but no one home to get it.
Panger on the big dig on the serve there to get that started again, saying that name a lot. You know, from those the consecutive points to just getting dirty, getting on the floor and making sure to get those digs.
Now here's Hope Carlson on the 3 ball. Altman's up to Coral. Short set. That's Schintz. And able to gather this Knutson and point Greyhounds. Now it's 20-13. Greyhounds set 2. Carlson to Shelton to Walsh. Walsh tipped at the line, and it will be a 3 ball. Carlson, Shelton, Walker, and that's going to go out. And I don't know if it was out. We're not going to say it was tipped. So, and again, point Greyhounds.
And Panger going back to the serve line.
No, that's Altman's.
Is it Altman?
Yeah.
Thought it was 7, my bad.
So another wet spot on the floor, or getting the towel out. Very humid in the gym here tonight. Very humid outside, very humid in here.
Super humid in here. Just letting you know, folks, if you're home watching this in cool air, you are a smart individual.
Now Shelton, cross court to Walsh. Walsh gets up, and Walsh tips it over for the point Rails. Yeah, I might need some orange slices or something between sets.
Or
just so I don't
something,
cramp
yeah.
up.
You've got to stop that cramping from happening.
I mean, I just went to the swam for 2 hours. I mean, watch swimming.
Well,
It's the same thing as
I was
swimming.
going to say floated for 2 hours, but paddled for 2 hours.
Knutson now serving for the Rails. That's into the net. Service here. And now back to serve will be number 21. Don't see it. Oh, there it is. Brooke Schmitz.
Libero tonight for the Greyhounds.
Awesome. Good dig there. Good tip over by Shelton, but they were ready. Coro back set. That's the Jensen, and she's able to get it over, but not in. So point Rails. Rodberg checking back in. She'll check in for Kylie Jarvie. Maddie Walsh serving. Pearl back set. And that one will fall. That's Payer again. On the right side. Cross court. Rails unable to dig. So Payer's got to be one of our stars here tonight.
Absolutely.
He had that big run serving this set and also has been effective and as an outside hitter. And I got to say, Okoro's got to be another one just for her setting and being all over the court.
Then I would also, I hate to go that route, but Schmitz, if we're going that route too. I mean, the libero for East, like Panger and Okoro, really all over the place.
So Ella Walker gets the kill there on that one. Side out point Rails, 23-16. Set 2. Ella Walker on the serve. Good serve there. Good dig by Schmidt. Okoro to Jensen. Right back to her. And now here's Panger. 3 ball. Walsh. Now here's Rodberg on the kill, and she gets it over. Okoro now sets cross court to Panger. And Walker is able to get there. Good pass now. Here's Rodberg. Good volley here by both teams. Okoro to Jensen off the block, and that'll go out. And point for the Greyhounds, and now it's set point again in set 2. Greyhounds battled back from a 9-4 deficit. Panger's, I think, with 9 straight points at the line.
Yep.
Set the Greyhounds up to be up 24-16.
And she's at the line again.
Yeah, Panger at the line, trying to close out set 2. Walsh Good pass to Shelton, cross court to Rotberg, and she hits it into the net. And game 2, same as game 1, 25-16. Greyhounds now up 2 games to none. Take a break?
Yeah, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors.
I choose Heritage Window and Door because of their reputation and because of their renewal Anderson windows that they have. And their workmanship was fantastic.
I'm so impressed.
Your home is your largest investment. Don't waste your money on cheaper windows. These are the best. It's my money, and I'm going to spend it where it's going to do me the best good, and it happened to be Heritage Window and Door.
They really know how to treat a customer.
This has been an excellent experience.
Potentials, lots of different options with the different loans that are out there. You know, what we'll do is we'll talk to you about your scenario, your situation. We'll figure out what actually works best for you. But the key is what is going to be the most cost effective. So we will compare conventional versus FHA, you know, USDA versus, you know, FHA, different types of things that way. You know, sometimes even if you're a veteran, the VA loan might not actually make the most sense, you know, just because there are some fees associated with that loan that we might be able to do the same type of loan but do it cheaper with a different type of a program. You know, but again, that's something that we will figure out. You know, we'll figure out the best scenario for you. We'll give you the options, but we'll obviously lead you to the right and most cost-effective way to purchase or refinance that house.
Your investments this winter with an enclosed trailer from Wittes Trailer Sales, located in Esco. We also sell cargo trailers, utility trailers, snowmobile trailers, and much more. Did you know we stock a full line of Heinecker snowplows? While you're here, shop the largest selection of Mahindra tractors in the area. Don't forget about our service center, ready to tackle jobs of any size. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
I've had this problem.
Big problem.
I really needed
A good mechanic.
And I kept searching. And searching.
There are so many choices.
It's really hard to find one that has all the things on my list. But I finally did it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
If you were looking for one as well, look no further.
Here's a really good one.
Just use mine. Use mine.
I'm very satisfied.
Definitely recommend. Problem gone. Thank you.
Back here at Jerry Eggerdall Memorial Field.
We are not a team.
Wow, I was thinking wrong. Back here at the rail yard. Sorry, I was confused because I'm trying to help get the audio working. And just first inning, everything we've done this year has been at Eggerdall so far. So for those of you that are watching, we are not at Jerry Eggerdall Memorial Field. We are here at the rail yard. I want to again thank our students that are live on our broadcast, our producer and director, Ava Scout. Camera Nani Allen, our scoreboard operator, Haley Bowen Johnson, and our technical director for tonight, Vinny Verbal. Again, folks, if you know these young, amazing adults, reach out to them, tell them thanks, because the work that they do, without them, Tim and I would just be sitting here talking to ourselves, which is typically, you know, what happens. Yeah. But this way, at least they get to hear us.
I didn't mean to laugh at you a little bit ago.
I don't care. Yeah, right.
I just didn't want you to fill out a butt hurt report.
Whoa, we're live here on air. So anyways, if you know those students, please reach out. Say thanks. Let them know that you appreciate what they do, because without them, again, we are not able to do what we do. Hey, you're not able to make fun of me on air where everybody can have it, and it's going to be archived forever.
You know, that's really why I do it.
I know.
Just like Dave and Brian, you know, they... Poro now sets it to Altman. She gets another kill.
I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to talk with the student for a minute. Be right back. Thanks for being here.
So 1-1 starts set 3. Greyhounds up 2 games to none after 2 25-16 victories in set 1 and 2. Jarvie up to Shelton. Walsh with the hit and good dig there by Altmans. And now Carl tips it over. And now 3-ball. For the Greyhounds, Okoro sets it across to Pinger, off the fingertips. And here's Walsh. She's able to get it over. Good volley here. And now Panger up in the kill. Good block there by Walker. Okoro now. And swing and a miss. That was Tate Borstead, who tried to get it over off her fingertips. So it's now 2-1. Rails here in set number 3.
I'm back.
I'm back. Oh, goodbye.
Why is it us old people go straight to Terminator with that? All right, can't see.
So it's Hart serving now for the Rails. 2-1 our score. Hart serve off of Panger and out of bounds. So ace for Hart.
Isn't that a band?
Ace for Hart? For Hart.
Both. Wasn't there a band that had both of those?
Ace
in
and
the name?
base.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I know Hart was a band.
Yes.
Sorry, another tip out of bounds.
Now they're going to call a replay because the East player ran into the line judge as she was trying to go get the ball, so they're going to redo it. Still 2-1. What? I got this lingo down.
I know you do. You had a daughter who played this for many, many years.
Lots of weekends in the cities for JOs.
And that's why I like listening you call the game. I do not have a daughter who played this for years. So you just have...
Your wife was a swimmer. So.
She was, and I still can't talk about that. But she's going to help us out on the broadcast. So, thank you to her right away when we have our swimming broadcast. Carrie, who was a captain for the team, will come out and do some color commentary for us, and so that we don't make stupid comments about,
Oh. About what?
I was letting you talk.
Oh, I don't know what to call it. A double hit.
So we don't talk about heavy people floating, or at least you and I floating, and not the actual swimming that's going on.
Oh, she'll probably still make comments
about us.
Yeah,
probably. You're probably not wrong.
If she's a Rails TV announcer, she'll make fun of us.
Or just me.
Yeah.
That seems to be the theme.
Oh,
I'm okay with it. Oh, I'm not crying. I still show up every day.
So the Greyhounds now battling back after being down 4-1. Now it's 4-3. Hope Carlson pass up to Shelton. Shelton to Walker. Walker winds and fires. And a good save there by Okoro. Harvey to Shelton. Shelton. And that's Walsh with the hit over. Now Okoro. Good job by Jarvie getting there. Off the net. Good save there by Shelton. Okoro. Quick set. That's off Hart. And off the backboard and back over again.
I feel like I'm watching a McDonald's commercial.
And the big hit there, that's going to go out. So point Rails.
And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, the old Michael Jordan off the backboard, off the building.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get the reference there either, but now I get it.
That's why you didn't laugh, so I wanted to make sure I got that out there. Off the net, off the backboard, and up and over.
So Reagan Rodberg back in for the Rails. And serving is Maddie Walsh. 5-3 Rails, set 3. Greyhounds up 2 sets to none. Jensen with the left hand gets it over and it finds the floor and point Greyhounds.
Kylie Zwak coming into the game for the Greyhounds.
Sophomore, she'll serve. Sophomore. Carlson. Shelton, good reflexes there, gets it over. Now here's Panger, blocked there by Walker. Coral back to Panger. And again, Walker blocks it, but it falls on the rail side of the net. Point Greyhound. Tie game now 5-5, set 3. The Rails looking to try to avoid the sweep. Walsh up to Shelton. Shelton to Reagan Rodberg. She gets it over. Now Okoro cross to Panger. Panger high and out. So Panger last few times Walker's been able to get in front of it. This time she tries to get over that block and it goes out. So the Rails get the point.
High and outside.
Just a bit high.
They don't call me the best color man in the business for no reason. So
Walker now on the serve, and that is out. So Gerard.
Yeah, Gerard looked at it and
Yeah.
looked at the line judge and went, I touched that with the facial expression, but not called. And Panger to serve.
Good pass by Walsh. Carlson gets it over to Coro, to Oltmans. Oltmans. And are we going to have a 3-ball? Yeah, we are. Now good set by Okoro. And a big kill there by Oltmans. So nice job by the Greyhounds to get the point. Okoro, no matter what angle she's at, she seems to get the set perfectly to her outside hitters.
Heck of a young player. Doing a great job.
And Painter hits that one out of bounds. So 7-7 our score. And back in the game is Knutson. She's in for Hart. And back to serve now again is Shelton.
I was going bananas.
Shelton, serve, good drop. And Okoro, wow.
That
Heck of a
was-
play by Okoro.
Heck yeah.
I think the Rails thought it might have hit the antenna, so they just kind of stopped. And the ball landed in. And point Greyhounds.
You know, she never stopped moving as she started going to the outside edge, came back, and you talked about how she, no matter where she's at, she seems a perfect pass. But boy, she turned the body, came back at it, and got that inside the antenna. It was a heck of a play.
So a 3-ball. Here's Okoro setting. That's to Oltmans, and good dig there by Shelton. Now Rodberg. And that one's going to be out. As I say, Okoro did not touch it. It just hit the net, so point Greyhounds. Rails coming in 7-8 on the season according to Minnesota scores. Now Rodberg, and big kill there, big block by Okoro, or it might also have been number 50, Abigail Schintz. Both were there, and again, return to sender as Carlson tried to get it through it. Reagan. And through the block this time and out, so the Rails get the point as that's Rodberg. And so 10-8.
Okay, I'm hungry now.
Yeah. Yeah, burrito, yeah. Now Curl, short pass. And good job by Hope Carlson, who's able to get the hand on it and tip it where there were no Greyhounds, and Rails get the point.
Maddie Walsh super excited there that Hope was able to get that one.
Another good serve. Now Curl cross to Oltman, and she slams it home for the Greyhound point. She gets a good serve. She gets up there. She got a great angle down to the floor.
You know,
It's hard to defend.
Absolutely. You know, we had Peyton Rodberg, Maddie Walsh, and Sam. Boy, I tell you what, when we had those three, I mean, we talked about that a lot on our broadcast. Just that power that they could come down with, and how we would talk about how we would not want to stand in there. Especially watching some of Peyton Rodberg's kills. No, I take a 0 on this one also.
Oltman again through the block.
I take a 0 on this one by Altman's also.
You got to believe Reagan Rodberg will get there. She's an 8th grader, already outside hitter starting in for varsity. Now Carlson to Walsh. She tips it over in a 3-ball. Now over to Altman and off the block. Good job by Walsh getting over there. Now a bump set to Altman. She hits it. That's saved by Carlson, and now it'll go out of bounds. So the Rails out of sorts there a little bit off the quick turnaround, and now the Rails will take a timeout. Coach Strahola wants to settle things down. 13-9 here in set 3. Greyhounds up 2-0.
All right, while we take that timeout, we're going to take a timeout too. We'll be back right after a word from a couple of our sponsors.
Renewal by Andersen windows were installed in 2001.
That was nearly 20 years ago, and they're high-quality windows. They have brought our beautiful view into our room. They're easy to care for.
The beauty of these windows has enhanced the beauty of our home. It's not just the energy efficiency, but it has made our place look a lot nicer. They have just been a good overall investment.
It's an excellent product. The service we received was excellent. What more could you ask for?
Hi, I really need to take care of a car problem. Can I ask you a couple of questions? Can you handle all makes and models? Will you get me back on the road quickly? High-tech equipment? Competitively priced? Brakes? Batteries? Tire rotation? Body repair? Guaranteed? Complete engine overhauls? Okay, they check out.
Got it. We're good.
All right, back here at the rail yard, not
Yes.
Terry Goodall Memorial Field. Rails trailing 13-9 to the East Greyhounds.
Good setup there for Hope Carlson. She tries to go cross court, but a little too far, so point Greyhounds. And Okoro still serving. And that one unable to be handled. That time, number 4.
That's Peterson.
Taylor Peterson unable to pass that one. And Okoro continues to serve 15-9. Greyhounds looking to sweep the rails here. Up 2-0.
You look at the depth of the rails here, Tim. I mean, you got 3 seniors on the whole roster, a handful of juniors, but everything else, 8, 9, 10. And they had, what did they say the numbers that came out this year were? It was
70s.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's a horrible problem to have, right?
Yeah.
So we're at that top of the mountain. We just got to work our way back up and let these young kids, get into their groove and see what happens. Reload, absolutely.
All right, Hope Carlson back to serve for the rails. Curl, back set. Off the fingers, and Shelton got the pancake down there, but no one home for the rails.
Okoro, she moves so nice.
Yep. And she anticipates things really well as far as the ball off the pass. And Altman's back serving now for the Greyhounds. Carlson, pass up to Shelton. Shelton cross court to Walsh. Walsh, good dig there by Shintz. And now that was Panger. And ball kept in. Curl, back set. Actually, that's number 15. That's Shintz, who gets the point for the Greyhounds, and 17-11. Good serve there. That was Altman's. Finds the gap. The rails weren't ready. Not really moving their feet. Not much communication either. That's something that you're not hearing much from the rails side. Now Walsh up to Shelton. To Walker, and a big block there. That's Shintz. Right back to Walker and finds the floor. 19-11. Carlson, good pass to Shelton. Now here's Walker, and Walker low into the net. Side out point, Greyhounds. So another timeout.
So let's just take a minute again to let everybody know we'll be back. Rails TV's next broadcast will be back on air from Terry Goodall Memorial Field on Friday. 7 p.m. tip-off on the pitch for boys soccer, who will face off against Duluth East. Matter of fact, we got one of those players sitting here with us, Vinny Verbal, our technical director tonight. So we'll wish him good luck when that happens. I don't know what's going on there, but the fans are yelling and hollering about something. And then if you need to know more, just check out railstv.net. We got homecoming coming up next week here. When I know for sure on our broadcast schedule, I believe we have a soccer on Tuesday for the girls. And then I know for sure that we have football Friday night as Pine City Dragons will come visiting here at Proctor for homecoming 2022.
Sorry, just listening to the students here.
You're doing your gig. I got you.
And Walsh into the nets. And another point for the Greyhounds.
You let me know when I need to take over, and I'll take over.
So Walker with the kill.
We both got quiet there for a minute.
And now back to serve is Hart. (21-12) here, Greyhounds set 3. Good serve by Hart, and Pearl back sets. And kill there, it's number 8, Tate Gorstad. So the Greyhounds 3 away from sweeping the rails. Now it's Schmidt serving. Hart up to Shelton, cross court to Walsh. Walsh into the nets. Another unforced error by the rails. And again, 2 points away now for the Greyhounds. In a quick 3-game sweep of the rails.
And Walsh, the senior, you can see just the frustration against himself there.
Now Walker tips it over to Curl. That's to Jensen, and she's denied by Ella Walker. So point rails. Reagan Robert back in for the rails, in for Jarvie. And Walsh's serve. Pearl back set. Cross court, and they're going to call it out. So point rails.
Yeah, it looked like Hart almost had a hand on that, but unable to get under it, which is lucky for the rails to get a point and get a serve.
Good pass to Pearl, back set again. And that time it's in as Borstead finds the floor. And we're now down to match point, 24-14. And into the game for the Greyhounds is Zwack. So Zwack will serve for the Greyhounds game point, match point. And that's into the net, serves here, so the rail's still alive. And now Walker serves. First 2 games were 25-16 in favor of the Greyhounds. Now Walker over to Okoro. Okoro sets Jensen. She's dug out by Walker. Now here's Rodberg off the block. Good dig there. And now here's Panger. Walsh to Rodberg. And another good volley here. Okoro. Good. Panger over the net. And nice job there by Hope Carlson to get the point for the rails, and 24-16.
Yeah, because I actually thought that was a 4-set volley for the Greyhounds there. So luckily it ended up that way as they had no contact, and that comes up and over the net and point rails.
And Carlson again with the big denial. Hope Carlson 2 in a row, big blocks. Gets the rails up to 17 now, 24-17. Set number 3, still match point for the Greyhounds. Good serve by Walker, now a curl. Set. Good job, and here's Rodberg. And with the kill. Not pretty, but effective.
They're not dying. They're not going away. They're going to fight to the end, and they're going to make East take it.
Gritty.
Gritty. We've heard that a lot lately in our athletics here at Proctor.
Walker, 24-18. Good pass to Okoro. Cross to Panger. Panger winds, fires, and there it is. Greyhounds with the sweep, 25-18 in game 3.
Yeah, tough fight there at the end for the Rails. Just not enough firepower. This Duluth East team, across the board. I mean, there was not one player that we talked about the whole time, and there was like 4 or 5 that, names being said, and the 2 top ones there for Cora and Panger for sure. Schmidt's next. I mean, just a good Altman. I mean, just a solid squad there that the coach for East has.
And again, a lot of it comes down to the set. Getting the ball to the center.
Yep.
Cora did a great job getting underneath the ball, no matter where the passes were, and giving good sense to all those hitters. And that's, to me, the difference in tonight's game.
Absolutely. So as East does their fights on here on the right-hand side of the gym, that's our band playing there, which is one of the things that I think is actually kind of cool, and a lot of people don't, but is that, Gordy Westendorf and them, they make sure that we know the other school songs and stuff so that we can do that for our visiting teams. And, a lot of people would think that that's a bad thing, but that's called sportsmanship across the board. So I think it's pretty cool. So,
never a bad thing.
So let's jump into our Choice Service Center 3 stars. What do you got? Who's your number 3?
My number 3 has to be probably, I'm going to go with Jensen.
Okay.
Middle hitter. He played well the first couple games. And again, you could pick any of them, really.
Well, I'm gonna number 3. I'm gonna stay on our side of the floor and just give it to our young ladies as a team. Yeah, they got down. They stayed in there. But you know what? You saw in those last few points, they were fighting. They were still trying to be in it. They didn't hang their heads, and they were fighting it. And I think that's a cause for giving that a number 3 star.
My number 2 is going to be Panger.
And I'm going to be right there with you. Panger all over the place. From that 7-8 point streak in the second set to just everywhere, from the digs to the all over the floor. Had her name called absolutely a ton, and some of the kills she had tonight, just the strength and the power to come up and just drop them were pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think you could interchange 2 and 1. My number 1 is Okoro.
I'd be right there with you.
She was the difference tonight in terms of getting the ball to those outside hitters and middle hitters, and Riz just couldn't follow and match it.
Yeah, the placement, her ability to place the ball in her sets is just, it was fun to watch. I've been doing Rails TV now 8 years, watched a lot of volleyball games, and you see a lot of great setups. You talk about Gabby Jahola and Rodberg and others when they move to the inside and stuff, and you get to see some of that stuff. But Okoro, just watching on how some of them were, there were a few where she actually almost bent totally backwards to get them behind and get them, and they were spot on where her teammates were to make a play. And so I'm 100% with you right there. That's a pretty solid player. What else you got?
We got sponsors.
We do. You got anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, let's thank our sponsors tonight, the Reed Foundation, the Rails Endowment for Academic Art and Athletic Development, Irving Community Club Polling for Kids, Tamarack Building Supplies, Highway 53 in Hermantown, Heritage Window and Door, Superior, Wisconsin, Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, Stream Dudes for all your streaming needs, streamdudes.com, Great Lakes Office Solutions, the Rob and Barb Shaler Charitable Foundation, Lensmart Mortgage, Troy Service Center, Main Street, Proctor, and Audiology Concepts with 5 locations, Superior, Duluth, Grand Rapids, Edina, and Burnsville. And again, thank you to our students, our producer director, Ava Scouten, camera, Nunny Allen. The scoreboard was Haley Bowen Johnson, and our technical director was Vinny Verbal. And a huge thank you to Tim Roweeder.
And Ted Keevan.
I had to hold the place and to hold the seat in place somehow. Again, fans, we'll be back on air on Friday when we'll be live from Terry Eggert All Memorial Field when the boys soccer team will face off against the Duluth East Greyhounds. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip. probably try to be on air just a little bit beforehand. And as long as weather permits, we will have a full crew there, 3 cameras, the whole shebang, and have a good time there. Anything last?
Nope.
All right. So on behalf of myself, the students that are part of Rails TV, Mr. Roweeder, our faculty, staff, and athletes, would like to thank you for stopping by. We'll see you next time.
Next generation be? What will they achieve? At Proctor Public Schools, we see great things in the future as we create an environment to educate, engage, and inspire our students to seek adventure, gain knowledge, and make a difference. What do we see in the next generation? We see greatness. Proctor Public Schools. Don't just plan to graduate. Graduate with a plan.